Fix me by 10 years. Can we play it? I can play it.
No, we can't.
Totally play it. I'm gonna play it.
Definitely
now.
can't play it.
I'm just gonna play it.
We can't
now.
play it.
Clicking it now.
Do not.
Playing
Stop.
it now. Did you mute me?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, shit. You'll still hear it.
I mean, I can, but I don't want to. I don't want to mute.
Ever. We could come on. Let's push the limits. We're like toddlers. Let's push the limits.
Yeah,
on
they just
YouTube.
click us off. Like they don't care about
I
us.
bet we
Kyle.
can get away with it.
We can't. We definitely can't. They tried to look. They tried to. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't our theme music.
It was, wasn't it?
No, it was. I'll tell you what it was. It was this.
It was the sad.
It was a sad music. It was
I
the
thought it was our
sad
theme
violin.
music.
No, it was a sad violin music.
How the hell did that do anything?
Because they said it sounds very similar to some other
Fucking Mozart.
sad violin song.
That's already been taken by Jeff Camp.
Like Jeff
Like,
Camp's
well, he doesn't
theme
mind.
music.
Don't worry about it.
Jeff's copyrighted this
Yeah.
behind our
I'm
back.
fine in the fire. I feed on the friction. I'm right where I should be. Don't try and fix me. Dad.
I think
Or in your kid's case, Mark.
Mark, I think reading of emo lyrics should be a regular segment.
Okay. All right. And for today's segment, I'm choosing, let's see, Never Fold. No, I don't know one of these emo groups.
There's
so many.
there's a guy on TikTok that all of his TikToks lately have been he plays emo songs until they say tonight and then he stops. He stops.
Fallout Boy.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Eat World. My Chemical Romance. Taking Back Sunday. The Used.
Oh my god.
Mom Jeans. Somebody's got a mommy complex.
Of course.
I bet they be saying mommy.
Yeah, we talked
And not
about
like a
that
cool
too.
Puerto Rican dude neither.
No.
Like mother.
like a
Mother.
weird white kid voice.
Panic at the Disco.
Oh, I
This is
love
real.
real Panic at the Disco.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I like Panic at the Disco.
You're not serious.
No, I'm serious.
You're bullshitting
No,
right
I
now.
am
and
not.
You've never heard of
Yeah,
this
I
band. Name
absolutely-
one song.
I absolutely.
You
I
have
love
never heard of
Panic.
that song.
I
You've
guarantee.
never heard of that band.
I guarantee I have. I think it's on
Legit have
a
never-
playlist.
It's a Blink 182 cover band.
No.
Oh,
it's
they
not.
started at well, Google has the information that they started as a Blink 182 cover band.
Oh.
But Blink 182 would definitely fall into this category of emo band names. Alkaline Trio. That's pretty. Hot Mulligan. The Hot Mulligans.
Yeah.
An American emo band from Lansing, Michigan.
High Hopes is a good.
You
Panic
just
at the
looked it up.
No. And
Everybody on camera saw you. Just Google it.
Hey, look, Ma, I made it. Those are both bangers.
Bangers. Really?
Yeah, Panic at the Disco.
I feel like you're black belt.
I'm not. I'm definitely not.
Every time you say I'm not like that, it sounds like you are.
But I'm not though.
That's what that sounds like.
Did you what?
Oh my gosh. I wreck my sins.
I write my sins,
Write my
not
sins,
tragedies.
not
Yeah,
tragedy.
Panic at the Disco, bro. See, he's on it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you would know them if we played them.
Would I?
you would know
Were
them.
they were radio worthy? At some
Yeah,
point?
yeah, they were like
Really?
no, for real, bro. They were popular, very, very popular, like top 10. Yeah, yeah, you know.
I don't know. I'm still questioning whether Mark knows.
I absolutely know.
He just Googled it.
I did not Googled
it.
Panic at the. Everyone knows. All of our listeners know Panic at the Disco. I'm making sure.
If y'all want to get in the comments,
yeah,
and,
making sure we
on
don't
the live.
comments.
Name your favorite Panic
At the Disco.
Why would you panic at the disco? Unless it's like a Tony Montana disco, because then everybody got shot out.
Maybe, or a in the vein of Amigo the Devil, where it's murder at the bingo hall.
Yeah, Amigo the Devil is actually kind of wild. There's one song that, what is it? It's Jelly Roll's "Get By." It's a newer song from Jelly Roll. That's on my playlist. And right after it's an Amigo. Dominic loves the Jelly Roll song.
Yeah,
I can't. There's a stadium version, so it's
yeah.
but it still pretty much says everything. But he just loves it, and it's a dope song. But right after it's like Migo the Devil's Perfect Wife.
Oh yeah.
And you know how it like starts off? Well, he's catchy.
Yeah, it
and
is
he's
catchy.
like, oh, and he likes like what are those fucking almost like those like sailor songs. What's that? Shanties, sea shanties.
Shanties.
Yeah,
Yes.
he likes that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
So it kind of had some of that going on in a way. And right afterwards, it was yeah. I had to stop it. I have to stop it every time. So he's like, "Which one's that?" And now he can read like quickly. So now he's like, "What's Amigo the Devil?" I was like, "Don't worry about it, okay?" Not at all.
My daughter is asking me for money right now. Sorry.
No, you're good, buddy. I thought maybe there was somebody hitting the comment section.
No, it's Paris hitting the dad bank. Yeah.
Atta girl. Yeah, it's got to be done. It's got to be done. You know,
Yeah.
they're going to hit you right in the old wallet.
Money for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, well, it's standard. Like, you know, eating out is just irresponsible as we just finished Burger King.
Yeah.
Dad logic.
Yeah, don't do it. But, you know, sometimes you have to. That's the part of dad logic that, like, it's hard to explain because we're going to tell you not to do it, but there's definitely going to be times where you have to do it.
Yeah.
And it could be anything.
And I may be in the middle of doing that exact thing.
I
right
may
now.
be absolutely in the middle of it, but I can't. It's hard for me to make you understand that there are times where you have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's times where you definitely should not do it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's hard for our youngins to understand the difference.
This is true.
So eating out is like that.
Yeah, eating out is like that. I was going to come up with some, but I'm not. Just going to leave it alone. Like every now and then you might have to get a food.
Sometimes you gotta, yeah, you know, just take care of business.
Just saying. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So, you want to go through our notes again?
Bro. Yeah.
Let's go through our notes again. So there was a couple episodes back where we just we've explained this before, and this may become a regular thing.
Yeah.
But we have so many, like, just to give you all an idea, like, we just have all kinds of notes. Like,
Yeah.
it just goes on forever. And most of these we've explained before.
Let's play note roulette.
Note roulette. Yeah. Like sometimes we get these where they're just a random idea in the middle of the night. You're like, oh, that's a great idea. Boom. And then some of them are, you know, other moments and epiphanies where you don't really remember the context of how you came up with that at all.
No.
And then some of them were just from conversations and whatnot where we were like, hey, that's a good topic. We should talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these we've covered. A lot of them we haven't. That one's just a note. But Florida, we talked about the Florida couples and their guns, didn't we?
We did.
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff was shocked.
We got one. There's some Karen Reed trial stuff.
That's ongoing. So let's I can kind of let's update that just a little bit.
Okay.
So second trial, first trial was last year, was resulted in a hung jury, so it was a mistrial because they couldn't reach a verdict. Mm-hmm. But there's three. She's charged with 3 counts. The count 1 and count 3 are related to like manslaughter or second degree murder, I think. Count 2 is a DUI, basically. But it's the Massachusetts, whatever. You know, every state calls things a little different.
Right.
So in the first trial, it was ruled a mistrial on a hung jury, but after the fact, it all came out that the jury had reached not guilty verdicts on counts 1 and counts 3, but because they couldn't reach a verdict on count 2, they didn't put those verdicts in. It was a mistake, is what it was. So she's now being retried for all 3 counts, and it is a total Wild West mess right now. Second trial has gone smoother.
Mess in the beginning.
Yeah, it was a mess through all that first trial was a mess, and a lot of things came out of it. So the second trial has gone a little smoother. They got a new lead prosecutor. So they hired a hotshot defense attorney on special assignment to do the prosecution. So you have a new lead prosecutor for the state of Massachusetts, and a new way of going about the case. So the case has been through 23 days of trial right now, and the prosecution just rested its case on Friday or Thursday, the end of the day Thursday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a week or so ago.
Oh, I didn't realize
So yeah, and then so now the defense is starting their case.
So they're not gonna drag it out another year.
No, they're in the middle of it right now. So the defense probably has about 2 weeks worth of trial left. So we should be getting close to a decision. It would be close to deliberations. Last time I think they deliberated for about a week before they said they couldn't reach a verdict. But this trial, the prosecution didn't call the lead detective in the case, who was former state trooper Michael Proctor,
Right.
was the head detective, and he was fired for his conduct around this investigation. The defense was trying to get there's a whole text message string between former trooper Michael Proctor and a bunch of his buddies and his people that were above him, where he's just talking pure trash about this woman that he's now, that they are charging with murder. Calling her a ton of just terrible names and referring to her in ways that should never be referred to professionally.
In court?
No, he in text.
Oh, he
message.
did it.
He did it in text.
Yeah.
But through his state trooper cell phone with his boss on the text and his buddies from high school on the text group, and they're all just chatting it up about it.
Those group chats will get you.
Yeah, group chats will definitely get you. Yeah, please. I hope nothing ever comes.
Don't be getting all loose in the group chats, guys.
Yeah.
Mute them more often than not.
Yeah, no names, okay? No names. Don't use names.
Ooh, maybe that's a thing in the future.
Don't use names.
Just a no-name group chat.
Just no names.
You just pick it up. You just dial a number and add
part
it.
of no. Oh, that'd be funny.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be like group chat
Group,
roulette.
Group chat roulette. Yeah. Hey guys, so I added you all this group chat. I don't know who any of you are, but we're just chop it up.
But what do you feel about immigration?
Yeah, that's funny. But part of the way they get group chats admissible into court is because it's technically hearsay in a lot of ways, right? Because it's just one person saying what somebody else said,
Right.
unless you are the one that did it. So if you want a group chat into evidence, you have to basically make it prove that it's valid. And the way that you do that can't just be through like phone number, because you could leave your phone laying around. It doesn't mean that it's you.
Right.
Texting. Like it could be Dominic texting. It could be your daughter texting. It doesn't necessarily have to be you that's doing the texting.
My wife.
Could be your wife. Could be anybody, right? So they have to prove that it's you, and one of the ways they do that is by using names or nicknames, like you calling me the Rev in a group chat. Hey Rev, blah 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 blah. That's a nickname you have for me. Your daughter wouldn't use that nickname for me,
Right.
Or
Not typically. Yeah.
typically not. Things like that is how they make it valid. So that's what they've tried to do with the Karen Reed thing, to get all these text messages in, because the prosecution didn't call the lead detective in this case as part of they're presenting a murder case, and they didn't call the lead detective for evidence.
Yeah.
They tried to build the case around without using the lead detective, which was really weird.
Yeah, which doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't look good. And the jury, I'm sure by now, has put it together what actually happened, because there's been, like, anytime the defense talks about him, so the prosecution tries to not say his name at all. The defense, and they're trying to downplay his role in the investigation, but the defense, anytime the defense mentions him, it's former trooper Michael Proctor. Former trooper Michael Proctor. Are you aware of even to his friend from high school, they were using to validate this text string.
Just devaluing his shit.
Do you know former trooper Michael Proctor? Yes.
Smart.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it comes out. So we should be seeing a verdict on this over the next couple days, probably from the time this finally releases.
Yeah, I think there's been so much bullshit around it that they can't take their eyes off it
Yeah.
on this go round. Like,
It's wild, bro. It's wild.
and it's got
like
so much coverage.
Yeah.
You know, people are watching it. Like, y'all can't screw up again.
So I follow Emily D. Baker is on YouTube. So
I think maybe that's who Steph follows.
yeah,
Steph
Emily D.
follows
Baker.
the
She
thing, too.
does all.
Yeah.
She's a lawyer.
I think you put her onto that.
Yeah. She's a lawyer. She has a YouTube channel. Go find her. Emily D. Baker, and she is fantastic, super intelligent. Current lawyer. Her husband is like a doctor of dental surgery or something too. She used to be a prosecutor in Los Angeles County. So she's been there in the thick of things. Like she's done a lot through law.
For sure.
She's about my age, so she, in her mid 40s. But she has a huge like YouTube following, and on trial days she goes live on every trial day and covers it as it's happening. She'll pop on there and do simulcasts of the trial.
That's smart.
And then pause it and talk about things, and then play, and then pause it and talk about things, rewind things. It's really fun, a fun way to watch the trial.
That's real smart on her end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, go follow her, Emily D. Baker, on YouTube. But there is over the past several weeks, and I'll pull it up at work sometimes if I'm in the office just doing whatever, just to have it in the background, listen to it. There's like 50,000 people in there watching it with her. Like she is a massive following.
Damn.
It's really cool to see that you would like. She covered the Alex Baldwin case too. She any high profile case.
Did you comment on one of hers with Cam and the Rev?
She shouted us out one time
that's right.
from Cam and the Rev.
That's right. What up?
She has an app, the Law Nerd app is a free app on both Android and Apple. So if you are interested in court stuff and high profile cases, just download the Law Nerd app, and it's free, and it will send you alerts on when like wild stuff happens in court, and you can go click on it and it'll take you right to what's going on. And if a specific witness is testifying, because some witnesses in some trials are just boring, you just don't want to watch it.
Yeah, they're it's just formality.
Formality and a format of it.
It's a good word for lawyer talk.
Yeah, so but it has to be done to lay foundation for other things to come into play.
Right.
So, but yeah, the Law Nerd app, it's really cool. It's not a bunch. There's no ads or nothing. It really just sends you notifications when.
Unless you have an Android, and then you deserve it. You deserve all the ads, you pirates.
Yeah, Android people. I don't know. Yeah. But that's what's going on in the Karen Reed trial. Super interesting, though. There definitely will be some law coursework done because of this one.
That makes sense.
Some police tactics and some people are going to be getting some extra training.
Yeah,
because of this.
So you see this
to
asshole?
Make sure it never happens again. Yeah,
we're not doing that again, right?
Yeah. Hey, cops, don't use your cell phone for personal stuff, and don't text things you don't want read in court.
Take all of their shit.
Yeah, don't text stuff that you don't want read in court. So so that's cool. What else?
Karen Reed, we had. You still are unsure on what foxes trying to domesticate themselves is about?
I have no idea.
Sam says yes. We covered honesty during games. Again, we just have a random parkour. Jeff's still busy as fuck.
Don't know where Jeff's at. Still don't know where Jeff's at. Guys, help us here.
Still don't know.
Still don't know where Jeff's at. We're just total speculation. We had some help.
Dirty feet screenshots on his
lock screen. We had some help from the YouTube chat last episode about Jeff, and apparently we have information is all I'm saying. There are sources that say he has dirty stripper feet on his lock screen. That's not us,
but not just stripper feet, like ashtray,
cigarette ash, Walmart feet. Yeah. Now, again, that's not us. We have sources,
right,
that say that's what's happening. Just make sure
we're
totally clear
from our speculation.
Yeah, we definitely were speculating. Yeah, so we don't know where Jeff's at. What else we got, Kyle?
We covered some automotive stuff. Ice driving for West Georgia or West Virginia folk. I think we covered some of that.
Yeah. People in the bottom line, people in the South don't know how to drive in the snow. From the North,
Yeah, Jeff put in here a long time ago. Can unruly people be restrained using a chokehold and not render them unconscious?
Such a blue
It's
belt
just
question.
he's just wanting to try to talk about George Floyd.
It's such a blue belt question.
Yes,
Like,
you probably could.
It's a middle-aged white male blue belt question.
So, Brian, it's a loaded question. Like,
It is.
can they be restrained? Well, they're getting restrained all the time now. Mm-hmm. So there's that. How to convince an entire church that you are closer to God than they are, and what examples could you use to get your message across? That was mine. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
And right below it is weird Vatican shit. Literally, that's what it says. This is weird Vatican shit.
Checks out.
This is old, and that's crazy because
it
of our
checks
given
out.
conversations lately.
Yeah.
It does
checks
check out. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of weirdness going on that goes on in the Vatican.
I don't know how you'd want to convince an entire church. I don't know what my thought process was there.
Yeah, you know.
An entire church? Why do I need that's very it's kind of pretentious of me, you know.
Yeah.
Torturing your own mind, thinking of made up scenarios that that do you no good.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever done that? Like like somebody pisses you off in traffic, and then you envision like this entire scenario of where you see them later at like a random grocery store, or not grocery store, like gas station, and then but then you pretend like, oh no, but he's actually like, you know, he's a human trafficker or something like that. Now I got to go in and I got to take him out and save the day. You ever think about that?
No.
No. You never done that. You never like fantasize of like an action movie. So this is how most of my dreams end up. Like when I'm dreaming, once I realize I'm dreaming, it just turns into an action movie.
I mean, action movie, yeah, but this happens like regularly for you?
Yeah. It's life on the road, bro. You know, it's life on the road. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you see a guy,
Yeah.
and it's like the practical side of you is like, all right, if I just saw him at a gas station, ran up and just started beating, like thugged him out, like that'd be messed up.
Yeah, yeah.
wrong.
You can't do that.
But if you caught like, you know, a clue, you're like, hey, what is that? Like, what's going on here? And you see like some random person like rummaging in the back, you know, and maybe yells at like, you know, some passenger you can't see, and
Grab somebody a little too hard from the arm, take them to the bathroom kind of thing.
or he's checking on his cargo a little too much, and you investigate a little bit and discover
While he's in there getting a Coke, you
he's
just
trafficking a bunch of midgets or something.
pop his back of
you
his
just
truck open.
throw his-
And it's like, oh, God,
What the
there's
hell?
a bunch
What's
of people
this?
in
There's
here.
a bunch of people in here. Now I got to save the day.
Yeah,
So now I gotta whoop your ass.
And he
Yeah.
comes out, and then you got to fight him.
You got to fight him. Yeah. He's like catches me in the act. I'm like, oh no. Like it always includes me hitting their head on something.
Oh, really?
Like just douche, you know, like palm their head, boom, right on the like tailgate or something. You know, I don't know. It's just where my head goes. I'm surprised you never done that. Or like bring up old scenarios that, like arguments and stuff, and how you would have handled it if it not been like you being a good guy, or had there not been children around. You know what I'm saying? You never do that.
I don't. This is something. I don't know if this is healthy or not.
This what I'm doing?
No. What I'm getting ready to say.
Oh, okay.
But
I was like, probably not.
like it that may be very healthy. I would love to hear someone else's take. I don't like fantasize a lot about things
Really?
like that.
Never
No.
just like mental masturbation,
No, not really.
where you just like
There's like wildness. I mean, the furthest thing, the closest thing I get to like fantasy ideas and like processes in my mind is, and always has, the only thing that I've ever done that with is just like, what would I do if I won the lottery? Like, how would I spend it? What would I do? And how would I help who? Would I disappear? Would I not, would I tell some people? That's about the extent of any fantasy that goes on in my head as far as just things that aren't real and thinking through them. Now, what I do is I try to think, and maybe this is a way of fantasy, a type of fantasy, is I try to look forward and look at different scenarios to see outcomes.
yeah. Well, so in that process, do you ever just come up with silly shit?
No.
Okay.
No, I try to purposely walk
hard
it
no.
back
Yeah.
to the most logical outcome of things. And I try not to let it. Now, sometimes I will. It's like, well, what if this crazy thing happens?
Yeah, I'm not
Then I
saying
can
like
do
on super
this.
important shit.
No,
You know what I'm
I know.
saying?
No,
You
I'm
know?
with you.
Like
No.
if you're like, all right, we got to plan this vacation. We got to get this vacation right. Well, what if on the way down on the vacation, somebody tries to hijack us?
Definitely not.
We end up in the woods, like halfway in the middle Georgia. You know what I'm saying? You end up it's like just a little day detour, but ends up like Chainsaw Massacre.
Nope.
No? Damn, bro.
Never.
Or if on the way down there's like a flock of eagles that just turned on mankind, they're all just ganging up like like fucking pterodactyls. Never. And you're like, we just start getting like the movie Birds, but with eagles.
With eagles?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe this is why my son's is like this. He's just.
It definitely seems like an adult version of that. Yeah, maybe I'm just not that creative. Like I
feel like you're pretty creative.
I am, but I'm analytically creative.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's very
too
like
nerdy.
Thanks.
Well, I don't know. I can't say that like nerdy in the analytical sense.
And
like,
as far as
not like obviously not like Dungeons and Dragons.
No, but
because that would
guy in the van.
Guy in the van. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I'm emotionalist.
Yeah. Try to just be very
cold and calculated.
Cold and calculated.
Oh, okay. Well,
and not more.
Maybe it's a fantasy in your world. You know what I'm saying?
More Hitman, less what's a like thriller James Bondy, but more on the funny side.
So more Hitman, less special agent. No, because he's like a detective.
Like Goofy. Jackie Chan. I'm more Hitman than Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Where Jackie Chan's like, he's going to do cartwheels and backflips and, catch a knife in a roll, a dinner roll just
you'd be more so like
I'm more
so like all right so
yeah.
So like you've seen the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
You're more Angelina Jolie than you are Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah.
There you go.
Angelina Jolie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be more the calculated,
yes.
Pretty cold.
Yep.
Yeah. Whereas like Brad Pitt's character's like taking a piss with a bazooka right before he tries to blow up a thing. That's totally my style. Yeah. Like I'm gonna ride a dune buggy.
Yes.
With a fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna jump out and blow the whole thing up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might get it done. Probably.
I'm not like Vin Diesel Fast and Furious. Like I'm not ramping my 68, Chevelle off of a tank into a helicopter and skydiving down to save the girl. Like that's never going to happen in my mind. Never.
Okay.
I'm going to just sniper
totally
somebody.
Where my head goes.
I'm just going to lay quiet in the woods and shoot somebody in the head.
No, I'm just going to sit over here and press a button, blow the whole bridge up.
Yeah,
all I'm going to do.
That's it. And we're done. And maybe it's a little boring. Maybe that's not,
Maybe yeah.
But
I guess.
I'd rather get the job done and then go eat somewhere.
Yeah,
go have a steak.
It's just you keep building on it. Like maybe you survive that, but then
that's the
asteroids,
problem.
shit.
That's the problem, Kyle. Those guys never get to the steak.
Yeah,
they never get to the dinner at the end of it.
That's true.
It's like always. It's sequel after sequel after sequel. They never just get to sit on the beach.
Hollywood just corrupted my mind as a kid.
Yes.
And so now
I just want to go sit on the beach. I just want to be done with it.
I just want to do that too.
Yeah, but
then maybe I want to get picked up by pirates.
That's exactly right. You want to sit on the beach until all of a sudden there's this ship that appears and runs up and runs aground, and then you got to fight them and steal the jet ski and then go around to the other side of the island.
You just walk in the beach and you come across a package and you're like, oh man, and it's like kilos of cocaine. But then it turns out there's a tracking device on it, and now you got to work for the Cuban cartel, like whatever. Now you're smuggling. It's 10 years later. You're working your way up the game. And then now you become the man.
Yeah,
because you got in really tight with the main guy, and he looked at you like a son, and you did a lot of favors for him. You were loyal. You were always loyal, and then one day, he kicked the bucket or went down. And
this, ladies and gentlemen, is what I deal with on a regular basis. This right here. This is.
Yeah, the problem with that is I do take that mindset and other things. I'm like, yeah, Mark, I can do this, this, and this. Boom, take over the world. It's like. All right, buddy. It's Tuesday, so we're gonna need to walk it back. You're not taking over the world. You're driving a truck up to Tennessee right now.
Yeah.
So you have sales to make. You have stops to make. Okay, let's do those.
Let's check some boxes.
Whatever. I do like the smuggler stuff.
Yeah, I told Carrie that's what we're going to start doing.
Smuggling.
Yeah. I told her
it fits.
I know.
Totally
so we've been
fits.
done. She's like, I don't know if you can make enough money in a short enough amount of time.
That was the debate.
It's like, I don't know, boo. Maybe. We'll see.
It just depends. It would have to be an extended period of time, though.
Probably longer than what she would be comfortable with.
6 months to a year.
I don't know.
What did we land on? It was something like that.
It's
wasn't
like 18 months, I think, at the most.
Yeah, we broke down the math. We
did.
May access is the current market value.
Yeah. How many trips? How much can we fit in a boat?
Is realistic? Do we want to do that much work?
Yeah.
We could scale it by 6 months. Okay.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, I think it was like 18
See, that's
months.
the analytical piece that I'm really good
I
at.
like that part.
I'm really good
See,
at.
my creative side starts thinking about all the other possibilities of
Then
of
you wanna,
people that
like-
can no. It's not just the scaling part. It's the that also helps me on foreseeing talking to the wrong person, setting up the wrong goals, like getting us nabbed, taking out snitches.
Getting got.
Yeah, getting got. I start getting super paranoid about getting got.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point. That's
where it works for me.
Yeah, it does. The creativity protects you because you never believe it's the skeptic. Like you're always
Super skeptical.
super skeptical hippo.
Skeptical. Yeah,
Super skeptical hippo on everything. And it's like, wait, what?
I wish my ears would flap. I wish I could do that.
When you get super skeptical,
Yeah, just look and my ears just like a hippo.
flutter.
Like when they come out of the water.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. If you could do anything like plastic surgery wise, I'd do that.
Just get a little, you
I want my ears to just
make a little button or some little spot on your finger you push that where your
just
ears
like
just
squeeze.
your ears just flutter. It's like Kyle's skeptical right now.
Look at you and then just wait and pause,
Is-
and then is he gonna do it? And then
Yeah.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah, Kyle's skeptical.
Yeah,
Like, guys, I don't know. It's like
I don't trust you.
I don't know. We can't do it. We can't go into the house, guys. Why? Kyle did the ear thing. He did-
Yeah,
he
it's
did
like
the-
have you ever seen Over the Hedge
Yeah.
with the turtle?
Yep.
And the shell.
Yep.
Tingling shell.
Tingling shell.
Same thing.
Shell's tingling.
Shell's tingling.
Yeah, we can't do it.
That's
why
funny.
not? Shell's tingling.
One of the next things on here is, given everything we just said, is a lifestyle full of blackmail, illegal gambling, and mob life criminal enterprise.
Yeah,
Like, I guess how would you do that? I think maybe we broke that down.
I think we did too.
Yeah, that's where my brain goes.
Because because we wouldn't want to do like child trafficking and
We did
human
break that
trafficking
down. It
and
was like,
stuff
what kind of
that.
criminal would you do? Would you
Have to
be?
stay with drugs. I mean, it's just got to be drugs. It's got to be just big,
What about
large
heists?
amounts.
What about heists?
Heists are so risky, bro.
But they're one and done.
I know, but they're risky, and you don't
gotta
get
drugs
anything
you
out of
dirty
them.
all the time.
I know.
You always got to worry about your package.
Yeah, I know. But man,
Shitty
heists.
issues. Yeah, you're like just dirty right then, and whatever heists. Maybe a combination of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our segment of random notes.
Note
today.
roulette.
Note roulette. We still have Pastors Do Better, robot AI drugs.
Maybe we'll talk about that next episode.
Yeah. How close friends you are is proportionate to how many group chat or group text you are both a part of.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, the more group chat, that's a theory a working theory that I have is that the better friends you are with a person is proportionate to the amount of group chats and group text messages that you're with together.
That you both are in.
That you both are in.
Oh, we're such good buddies.
We are. We have a lot. Like sometimes it's hard to keep up with what I can say and what group message.
Well, that's why I have to mute them all the time. I do, and then I'll go back and okay.
Yeah.
Like, and if it gets like 40 messages deep, I just give up.
Have you noticed that since we added Buddha to the horseshoe group chat, he says almost nothing ever in it? Mm-hmm. Like he never chimes in it.
Yeah. He was like, "Ooh, there's landmines everywhere out here. Step on the wrong one."
There's so many people in that group chat, and it's
Just so easy to go in on somebody whenever over the slightest little thing. Doesn't even matter.
I've had to walk myself back in that group chat specifically so many times. At like typed two sentences out, and it's like I can't. If I do this may end the friendship.
This is just an all day. No, if not anything, it's going to be an all day commitment that I have to keep going back to. Because it's like some of them you can't just leave alone and ghost and come back to them.
No,
tomorrow.
you can't hit it and quit it. No, you gotta keep going with it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, group chats. That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the group chats. Of course, our Wolfpack group chat's kind of sad now.
Yeah. Is that because Jeff's not ever answering again. Do you want to try to call him again?
He's our Zach Galifianakis. Like, you can't have a wolf pack without Zach Galifianakis.
It's true.
Like, he was the lone wolf running through the woods. And then he saw us.
And he thought to himself, could this be?
Could this be other wolves for me to run with?
Definitely is.
And then we all started running, and what was a wolf pack of one was now a wolf pack of three. And then one day in the sunset, he had his whole, what's the other guy? Not
Stu?
No. Off of Fast and Furious, Paul Walker.
Yeah.
He had a Paul Walker moment.
Who did? Jeff?
Zach Galifianakis.
Oh.
Jeff.
Jeff had a Paul Walker? He died?
He rode off into the sunset.
Oh. That's right.
Rode off into the
hidden meaning
sunset.
behind it was it because he died.
Not because he's a pedophile. Jeff's not a pedophile.
No, why would you know?
Paul Walker dated teenagers.
Paul Walker was not a pedophile. Where did you see that? He did. Yeah, cut the music. I want this confirmed right now. Paul Walker did not date teenagers.
Jamie.
Pull that up,
Pull that up, Jamie.
young Samuel. What is this conspiracy claim that the Saint Paul Walker, brown belt in jiu-jitsu, Fast and Furious icon, probably tapped that ass on Jessica Alba in that movie? Yeah. Boom. Blue Crush? No. What was that movie? There's allegations going around.
He's dead now. What are you going to do? If you can't follow up on it, he's dead. Allegations of him in a relationship with a 16-year-old. What did I just say?
Some ex.
What did I just say? What
You said he was a pedophile.
did
Well, your exact
I
words were
just
he
say?
was a pedophile.
And that
you
there
made
were-
a hard
Okay.
claim.
Was in 2 relationships with 16-year-olds in his 30s.
Confirmed.
Yes.
That's not confirmed.
Yes.
What is that? The Onion?
No.
What are you reading?
I-
That on
I don't-
Reddit? You
Kyle,
on some comment thread?
what's-
some I hate fucking?
What's the
Paul
rule?
Walker. What?
What's the rule?
What rule?
We don't miss.
Yeah, we don't miss,
I don't miss.
but we foul ball sometimes.
His girlfriend, that was legal, they met when she was 16.
Hmm.
And he was how old?
30.
Met or dated?
He was 30. She's
These
16.
are just
buddy.
allegations. This is
Yeah.
Paul Walker.
He's
guys.
dead.
Relax.
Yeah.
There's some ex-girlfriend making this shit up.
Okay. Yeah, ex-girlfriend that was 13 when they got together. I'm telling you, it's there.
Not my man, Paul Walker.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. Yeah,
Why
that's
do you want to make my day sad?
that's not Jeff though. That's not Jeff. Jeff's sad for other reasons. Jeff's stripper sad. Stripper sad's very different than pedophile sad.
Well, because they try not to look sad, but they're actually sad.
Yeah,
Sad inside.
he's got a hollow place in his heart. Jeff has
This
a
Paul Walker thing's gonna fuck me up. It's the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
French. Come on, man. It was already.
I can't help it. I mean, I don't know what you want me to
can't
do.
confirm or deny until I do my own research.
That's fine. It's okay. We can circle back to it. We can circle back.
That's
I'm
fine.
just
We'll circle back.
gonna leave it right there. Leave it right there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Allegedly.
totally googling it right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that you want to do that now, because then you're going to be super sad. You're going to be super sad.
Yeah, but you can pick and choose.
You're going to be super sad.
I don't need to do this.
You don't need to do this. You're going to be super sad.
Oh, that's a lot to go through. All right.
Yeah.
So
Super sad here at the end of an episode. You're gonna Jeff it up.
that's
You're gonna,
you're kind of don't gaslight me into jeffing it up. I'm not gonna jeff nothing up.
yeah, you are.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm already.
Are we ready?
anti-
Do we
not
need it?
jeffing
Do we need it?
Yeah.
We need it.
All right.
There you go. That's better.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we learned something new. And sometimes, we got to just accept what the reality may be or is and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Was Paul Walker possibly better than Vin Diesel's character. Maybe not.
Wow,
But-
that's a hot take.
Hot take.
God.
Was he not? I don't know. But we'll never know now because he's dead
He's dead.
and possibly was a pedophile. So if you were on Paul Walker's team, brown belt jiu-jitsu, your dreams are probably crushed right now because you can't support that. Don't do the fight sports thing.
Go
and still
Tom
support it.
Hardy. Go Mario Lopez. There's other
Who can I trust
celebrity
now? Who can I trust
jiu-jitsu.
now?
Go Giselle Bundchen. Wait,
That's my tap out, ladies and gentlemen. You just never know.
you never know. You never know. Never know. Well, that's so sad.
It is sad.
I feel like
Digging for a tap out right now.
I'm trying, but like I got sideswiped by sadness.
Yeah, well, see, I took it off me. See how I took it off me?
Sideswiped by sadness is also a great Panic at the Disco song.
Sideswiped by sadness.
That's not tap out. it's
Sideswiped by sadness.
that I've been sideswiped by sadness. Also, to let everyone in to my, and this I'm going to give this for everybody. A little trip into the mind of the Rev. One of my playlist names on Apple Music.
Can't people look that up?
If they're public,
if you're
yeah,
public?
yeah,
You can share your playlist.
yeah, you can.
Get with the Rev. Get with
Yeah,
the playlist.
I have some really good playlists, and very diverse. But one of them is feeling music, and in parentheses, kind of emo. That's it's one of my. Here we go. One of my feeling music, kind of emo.
That's hilarious.
That's
I
Panic
like how
at the
you have
Disco.
a BDM section.
I do have an EDM. I have an
Oh, what did I
EDM.
say? BDM?
You said BDM. That's very different. EDM. I'm just glad to clarify that.
Damn, I should have rolled with it and didn't
No,
correct it.
EDM.
I'd have had it on
and
record.
I have moonshine music. I have house music. I have some idols.
Word.
IDLES, which is just my angry English music.
Oh, yeah. That's
That, all that, like London grunge.
London grunge.
Yeah.
Super white angry.
Angry white boots, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of scary white angry, though.
Yeah, it is.
Wild.
But then I got a little bit of, everything. Got a little Trippy Red. Got a little bit of everything. So, but yeah, feeling music. I'm going to share that for TJ, but I'm kind of scared too at the moment.
Yeah, I've been
Or
reluctant
Jeff,
to,
TJ and Jeff. I don't need them to be any sadder.
I've been reluctant to send certain. I'm like, oh, that's a good.
Yeah, no, same.
I think I'm gonna save that.
But the feeling music, kind of emo, it's a good playlist. It's definitely a good play. Hit me up if you want the feeling music kind of emo playlist. I'll shoot it over to you. And that's our tap out. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us a little bit. If you don't have the milk carton Jeff poster yet, hit us up. We'll make sure you get one. So
Coming soon.
we can get these sent out and posted up everywhere to try to get El Spankadoris back with us here on CRJ, back where he belongs. Get him back home.
Yeah.
Operation Bring Jeff Home.
North Star.
Find your true north, Jeff. Find your true north, buddy. All right, we love you guys.